kanyang dalawa. Kasi di ba, I have mentioned during the introduction of aldehydes and ketones, all about carbonyl compounds containing. I have introduced na aldehydes and ketones, they are classified in one category based on their chemistry. Tama? I have mentioned there na itong carbonyls nito, aldehydes, drawing ko ha, aldehydes and ketones, they are classified in one category because again, they undergo the same kind of chemistry, the same kind of chemical reaction. Okay? And that particular chemical reaction is what we call nucleophilic addition reactions. Okay, so I have mentioned this during the introduction of chemistry of carbonyl containing compounds. Again, for aldehydes and ketones, in general, they undergo nucleophilic addition reaction. Ibig sabihin, we are adding a nucleophile in the reactive site of aldehydes and ketones. And what is the reactive site of aldehyde and ketones? Of course, it's the carbonyl carbonella. Okay, yung carbonyl carbonella. Okay, now bakit addition reaction, hindi substitution reaction yung reactions in general ng aldehydes and ketones? Recall, tingnan yung structure ng aldehydes and ketones. They do not contain a suitable, a good living group. Okay? Yung factor or yung consideration natin for it to undergo substitution reaction, dapat meron siyang living group, yung removable group, yung electronegative group on its terminal side. But for aldehydes and ketones, tingnan, it has hydrogen and the other one is a carbon. Our group that is represented by a carbon atom. Carbon and hydrogen, they are not electronegative. They do not, they cannot be removed, okay, easily and stabilize a negative charge. So they are poor living group. So addition reaction lang yung a general type of nucleophilic reaction that they undergo. Okay. Now, generally, when we talk about nucleophilic addition reaction of aldehydes and ketones, what happens here is, let's say, for example, this is the ketone. So, recall lang nato ha. This is a ketone. So, during nucleophilic attack, nucleophilic addition reaction, okay, this incoming nucleophile, okay, it will simply push, okay, the electrons, okay, these electrons, okay, it will push electrons towards the oxygen atom, breaking the pi bond. Okay, it will break the pi bond. Okay, upon the nucleophile attacks the carbonyl carbon, it will simply pushes the electrons towards the oxygen, breaking the pi bond. So itong pi bond na to, it will break to form a new bond. Okay, to add that nucleophile, to add that incoming nucleophile. Okay, so initially, ang mangyayari sa reaction, you have one bond already here, then the oxygen will be unstabilized, but the nucleophile is already added. Sorry. Narisa ko ni siya. Ha? Ayan. Okay. Now, for the whole reaction, I mean, for the whole structure, for this whole structure to be stable, hindi pa to stable kasi yung oxygen is negatively charged here. That oxygen will pick up hydrogen in the reaction. Okay, it will pick up hydrogen, okay, or proton in the reaction to form hydroxyl on that side. Okay, so that will form a secondary alcohol in short. For instance. Okay, so yan yung general reaction ng addition, nucleophilic addition reaction. Dapat ma-break yung pi bond, okay, for this nucleophile to be added. We are adding man a nucleophile. Ma-break ang pi bond for that nucleophile to be added. And yung oxygen atom here has to be stabilized, Okay? And for it to be stabilized, it will pick up proton from the reaction itself, from a solvent baka, from a catalyst, or from an acid group, forming here an alcohol group. Okay, an alcohol product. Okay, so general reaction na siya sa nucleophilic addition reaction for aldehydes and ketone. Now, so ito lang yun. Okay? Next. What I have discussed earlier, ito lang yan ha. Mura na siya. Now, we have already encountered aldehydes and ketones as product sa previous reactions ng alcohol. Okay, last meeting. Sige, diri na lang. I have mentioned, di ba, nga ang aldehyde, RCH, this is an initial product if we oxidize a primary alcohol. Di ba? Primary alcohol. Let's say R, okay, H, then OH. Again, if we oxidized a primary alcohol, okay, ang primary product is aldehyde. Ano yung nangyari ulit? If we oxidize a primary alcohol, di ba, this part will be deprotonated. Then, yung concept lang dayon sa oxidation, we are adding oxygen, okay, simultaneously breaking the, not breaking, removing the hydrogen. So how that it happens? Deprotonation of this part, then simultaneously adding oxygen, take note, removing hydrogen. Yan yung nangyari. Kaya, tingnan yung structure, di ba? That is RCHO, RCHO, that is aldehyde. But this is aldehyde. So, na-mention ko yung aldehyde as product ng initial product ng oxidation of primary alcohol. Na-mention ko din yung ketone. Yung ketone, na-mention ko sa reaction ng alcohol, wherein this is the final major product naman ng oxidation of secondary alcohol. So, draw ko yung secondary alcohol ha. So, this is a secondary alcohol. Dalawa yung R group attached to the carbon bearing the OH. So, yung nangyari ulit, deprotonation, okay, of the hydrogen directly attached to oxygen, then add oxygen simultaneously removing that remaining hydrogen. And look at the structure. That is a ketone. Okay, so yan yung nangyari for oxidation of primary, secondary alcohol. It will produce this carbonyls, aldehyde and ketone. Okay? Now, yung between the two, question, between the two, aldehydes and ketone, sino dito ang potential pa nga mag-undergo to oxidation reaction? Between these two carbonyls, sino pa yung may potential to proceed to oxidation reaction? Very good. It's aldehyde. Okay? It's aldehyde. Again, between aldehyde and ketone, kasi di ba we are talking now reactions of aldehyde and ketone. So my question, kung oxidation yung type of reaction, between aldehyde and ketone, sino yung may capability pa to proceed oxidation? And that is aldehyde. Tell me, type in your answer, what is the product if we oxidize aldehyde? The final product, very good, it's carboxylic acid. Paano nangyari yung carboxylic acid? Tingnan, di ba yung carbon, meron pa siyang terminal hydrogen. Ito yung tandaan nyo, hydrogen is very much oxidizable. Oxidizable, dali ra kayo siya ma-oxidize into hydroxyl. Dali ra kayo siya ma-oxidize into hydroxyl. That is why the final product, tingnan, yung carboxylic acid, di ba, meron siyang naging hydroxyl yung part ng hydrogen of aldehyde. And this is carboxylic acid. Ketone is not anymore oxidizable. This is already a non-oxidizable. Yan yung tandaan nyo ha. So again, between aldehydes and ketones, only aldehyde groups undergo further oxidation reaction. Okay? Now, ma'am, in oxidation of aldehydes, ketones, ano yung mga oxidizing agent that can be used? The same na mga alam nyo na strong oxidizing agents. Example of strong oxidizing agent, strong oxidizing agent. Example, yung potassium dichromate. Okay, potassium dichromate. Another is yung potassium permanganate. Diba? These are strong oxidizing agent. Another is chromic acid. Okay, chromic acid. Makaroon ni mga very strong sila nga oxidizing agent because of number of oxygen. Diba? Oxidation, we are adding oxygen. Okay, dapat rich in oxygen yung oxidizing agent. So done with the first reaction, oxidation. So for aldehydes and ketones, aldehydes lang ha ang mag-proceed into oxidation, further oxidation. Another question para ma-reinforce. Between alcohol, sino yung hindi makapag-proceed ng oxidation? Sino yung dili makaproceed sa oxidation type of reaction between the three classes of alcohols? Primary, secondary, tertiary. Very good. Tertiary. Only tertiary alcohol cannot be oxidized because walang presence na, walang available hydrogen sa iyahang carbon carrying the OH group. Okay? So ito lang yon. Ang akong gi-discuss, maura na siya. Okay? So again, secondary alcohol, okay? Ketones, okay? Yung ketones, they are not further oxidized. Okay? But of course, ketone, this is a product of oxidation ng secondary alcohol. Ito lang yung na-discuss ko kanina. Sige, let's have an example. Specific example. Okay. First thing, identify this molecule. Is this an aldehyde or ketone? Yung first first compound, is it an aldehyde or a ketone? Oh, very good. Aldehyde. Yes or no? Pwede pa siyang mag-proceed sa oxidation reaction? Yes or no? Pwede ba siya mag-proceed sa very good? Okay. What is the product? Kapag nag-proceed siya ng oxidation reaction, what is the product? Kapag nag-proceed siya ng oxidation reaction, it is carboxylic acid. Very good. Okay? So, dumdumi dayon unsaon gayto para ma-form siya og carboxylic acid. Itong H group. Itong terminal hydrogen ng aldehyde, ma-hydroxylize. Ma-hydroxylize. Okay? So, meaning may na siya OH. So, ana lang. Okay? Kopyaha ang tibuok structure, then OH. This is already a carboxylic acid. Okay? Next. Aldehyde or ketone? Second structure, aldehyde or ketone? Paspas. Aldehyde or ketone? Very good, aldehyde. Okay, aldehyde. You have a carbonyl group na naa siya terminal hydrogen. Munang aldehyde. Okay? So, again, the product is carboxylic acid. So, kumpyaha, tanan, CH3, CH. Ang mahitabo ra gyud nga change kay didto sa aldehyde group. Okay, CH2, then OH. So, di ba? Dira ra nag-change sa iyahang kaninga part. Alright? To form it, carboxylic acid. Sige, question, aldehyde or ketone? Third structure, aldehyde or ketone? Very good. Ketone. Okay? Question, na ay product or no? None. Na ay product or none? Sige. Okay, no, wala. Okay, no reaction. Very good. Simply write no reaction. Kasi again, ketone cannot be further oxidized. Biskan unsa pa nang gamiton ni mga strong oxidizing agent, it cannot be further oxidized. The same thing with tertiary alcohol. Basta makakita ka, okay, tertiary alcohol tapos oxidation. Giadan siya og chromic acid, dichromate, or potassium permanganate. Tertiary alcohol cannot be oxidized. So the same with ketone. So may niyang numduman ha, ketone and tertiary alcohol cannot be oxidized. Okay, sige. So this is for alcohols naman. Tell me what is this type of alcohol? Primary, secondary, or tertiary? What is the type of alcohol? Very good. Secondary. Ang mga bright na kayo mo. Okay? Secondary, pwede inyong timahilhan is the availability of hydrogen. Kung ang carbon carrying that OH, kung ang carbon carrying that OH only contains only one hydrogen, ibig sabihin it is a secondary alcohol. Okay, then obvious man, pila yung R group? Ito yung R group isa and ito yung pangalawang R group. R group, it starts with a carbon. Okay, carbon atom. Now, kung secondary alcohol siya, what is the general product? Secondary alcohol, gi-oxidize. Very good. Ketone is the product. Sige, atong i-draw iyahang product. CH3, CH, then CH2. So, unsay mahitabo ani nga carbon? Ako siyang i-red ha. Kani nga carbon. Okay? Carrying the OH. Unsa gyud atong giingon? Kaning OH nga part, ma-deprotonate. Ma-deprotonate, remove the proton, remove the hydrogen. Next, unsage ang concept sa oxidation? Addition of oxygen, removal of hydrogen. Unsaon mapagbuhat? Kung mayroon kag addition of oxygen, dugangin na siya og bond towards oxygen. That is already addition of oxygen. Okay, in a form of adding a multiple bond. Then, remove the remaining hydrogen attached to that carbon. So, muna na siya, ang ketone. So, you have a double bond O. Then, ayan, CH3. And this is a ketone, di ba? This is a ketone. Next, what is this classification of alcohol? Primary, secondary, tertiary? Primary, secondary, tertiary? Very good. It's secondary. It's secondary. So, again, unsaon pag-identify carbon bearing the OH, kani nga carbon, iha pa pilay naka-attach siya iya nga R group. Ito yung isang R group, ito yung second R group. Okay, ang R group nga naka-attach, pila ang R group nga naka-attach sa carbon carrying the OH. Duha man secondary. Meaning naa pa siya imaginary diri, no? Imaginary nga hydrogen to make it 4 tanan iyang bonds for that carbon. So ayaw gid mo pailad basta skeletal, naka-skeletal siya. You really have to analyze. Tanawin na nga carbon, pila man ang imaginary ani. Iha pa lang yang bonds. Ang imong gakakita naman nga bonds diri kay 1, 2, 3. Pila dapat ang bonds sa carbon? 4. Imaginary ana is hydrogen. Kay again, kung skeletal structure, walay lain nga imaginary nga atom. Hydrogen ra gid na ang pwede nato i-imaginary. Okay? So this is the secondary alcohol. Okay? So secondary alcohol siya. Again, what is the final product kapag oxidation of secondary alcohol? It is ketone. Okay, very good. It is a ketone. So diretso ra. Okay? Ana lang diretso. That is ketone already. Okay? Oh, yes. Miss Bobby.
No. Ay, sa kanang first, ma'am, ba, before bito ng carbon nga na double bond O.
Yes, na 2.
Yes, sa CH.
Sorry. Ayan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, sorry. Thank you for that, Miss Bobby. Okay, tama yan, ha? So, careful mo. So, nalimtan ako siya. Okay? Sige. Okay. So, again, ha? For this structure, ketone ang products. Okay? Kasi the givens are secondary alcohol. The product, if we oxidize the secondary alcohol, ketone. Okay, so I hope na understand ni nga part kani, skeletal. Ato lang siyang gi-remove. Okay? We add oxygen, then simultaneously removing hydrogen. So since imaginary man ang hydrogen, so din nato ipakita gid na siya. Alright? Sige. So done with oxidation. Sige, let's proceed to the first nga reaction of aldehydes of before pa di ay. Okay? Napatay special type of oxidation ng aldehydes. Okay? But this will be more discussed sa inyong biochemistry sa next semester. Okay? So this is a special type of oxidation ng aldehydes. Mas ma-appreciate ninyo ang Tollens test, okay, for aldehydes if i-perform siya sa laboratory. Okay, di niya siya ma-appreciate lang kanang by theories lang tanawon lang natin yung reaction no. Masyada ni siya if gi-perform gid ninyo sa laboratory kay makita nato ang result bitaw, ang visible, observable result, okay? Sa test tube, okay? Nga naka nga positive sa Tollens test. Okay? And again, ang maka-produce lang og positive result sa Tollens test is only aldehydes. Okay? So this is a special type of oxidation reaction ng aldehyde. This is known as Tollens test. Another name of Tollens test is silver mirror test. Okay? Silver mirror test. Nga nung silver mirror test? Kasi yung visible result kapag na-oxidize yung aldehyde using Tollens reagent is formation of a silver mirror. You can search no sa internet. Okay, later on. So, silver mirror. Silver mirror, inyo yung type silver mirror in a test tube. Okay? And makita ninyo unsay pasabot ana nga silver mirror. Okay, nga visible result. Okay? So for this reaction, it uses of course a Tollens reagent. So yung Tollens reagent, kuha na siya prepared. Di na kailangan mag-add ani, ngani, tapos ma-form dayon ang Tollens reagent. No, this is already natin prepared, no? Na-prepared na siya nga reagent. It contains silver ion in aqueous basic solution of ammonia. So na siya, murag ang environment is basic because of the presence of ammonia. In general, this is a mild, no? Mild oxidizing agent. Okay, mild siya nga oxidizing agent. So, paano yung reaction? Okay, the same lang gyapon nga concept sa oxidation of aldehyde. Okay, the same lang nga concept. Maka-form gyapon tag carboxylic acid, but it is a salt, no? Salt of carboxylic acid. Bakit salt? Kasi basic, okay, basic solution of oxidizing agent ang atong gamit. So, again, in the reaction, aldehyde is oxidized to produce its carboxylate salt. Okay, because the solution is basic. Okay, what makes the solution basic sa Tollens reagent? Ammonia. Ammonia is basic. Okay. Now, ang importante ani is ang importante ani sa Tollens test is yung visible nga result. Okay, yung observable, yung positive nga visible result. And again, that is the formation of silver metal or silver mirror. Unsay kuha na ang silver, unsay iyahang formula kung may kag na-produce ang silver metal, silver goods, Ag0, walay charge yung silver metal. That's why makita gid nato, okay, ang silver mirror formation. Okay, nga mag-coat gid siya. Kung mo siya ang, you can just search no para mas inyuhang ma-appreciate. Okay, kung mo siya ang test tube, okay, may tay color silver dere. Example color silver ni na actually mirror, okay, nga ma-form. Okay, mo ang solution. Okay, na ay silver nga ma-form, color silver nga ma-form nga kanang pwede gid kamaw namin nga na. Okay, ang pasabot mo kanang mo coat gid siya, mo coat siya sa test tube. Okay, mo coat siya. And lisod gid siya hugasan. So ma-dispose gid, malabay ra nato ang test tube nga gigamitan nato for Tollens test. Okay, mo pilit man gid siya ang silver mirror, silver metal sa test tube. Muna siyang positive result kung na-oxidize ang aldehyde. Let's say, for example, any aldehyde containing a compound, okay, then you react that with a Tollens reagent. So again, ang Tollens reagent, mixture lang na siya sa silver ion with ammonia. Silver ion with ammonia. Okay, so ito yung major product, the carboxylate salt. So yun lang, di ba sa oxidation ng aldehyde, diri ra mag-change. Supposedly, mahimo siya OH to form carboxylic acid. But again, we are using here a basic solution ng oxidizing agent. Kayo yung product is a ammonium carboxylate salt. Okay? Pero ang importante again ani is ang visible gud nga result. Ma-form ang silver mirror. Okay? So kung sa question, aldehyde is reacted with Tollens reagent, what is the observable result? So yung sagot, silver mirror formation or silver precipitate. So yung nga na. Okay, so mas ma-appreciate yun siya kung actual nato ni siya i-perform. Sige, maybe your teacher sa biochemistry next semester, maghatag siya og mga learning video material. Daghan man pud siya sa YouTube, no? So, ma-appreciate ra gyapon na ninyo. And again, for ketone, since we're talking about oxidation here, ketone cannot produce a positive result with Tollens test. Kasi Tollens test in general is an oxidation reaction. And I've mentioned earlier, ketone cannot be oxidized. So no reaction with Tollens test. Okay, sige, specific examples ta. Okay. What observations, so man siya about what observations, what visible result would be made in the following reaction? Okay. Tanong ko muna, first question. Ang structure nga given, is it aldehyde or ketone? Okay, very good. It's aldehyde. It is being reacted with Tollens reagent. What do you think is the visible result? Observable result. Very good. Silver. You can write silver precipitate, silver metal, silver mirror formation. Basta kayo na silver. Okay, that's the observation nga itong makita. Nga positively na oxidized ang aldehyde. Number 2, this is a ketone. Diba? That is a ketone. So with Tollens reagent, no reaction. So sulat ko dito, silver mirror or silver precipitate. So Peter up silver mirror. Okay, excuse me. Number 3, this is an aldehyde. Diba? This is an aldehyde. So again, observable result is silver precipitate. Ito yung question. Unknown ang carbonyl compound. What do you think? Is it aldehyde or ketone? Very good. No? Aldehyde. Probably. Aldehyde most likely ang gi-react with Tollens reagent here. Kasi yung product, naka-form man siya og silver precipitate. Diba? With Tollens test. So, aldehyde, yung unknown na sample. Okay? Sige. So, done with oxidation in general. So, atong i-wrap up, sa oxidation ng aldehydes and ketone, only aldehydes can be further oxidized. Okay, next. Okay, let's proceed to a specific type of nucleophilic addition reaction. This is a specific type of nucleophilic addition reaction. So, dumdumi dayon to. Unsa ang mechanism gani kung nucleophilic addition reaction, ma-break ang pi bond, ay ma-add ang nucleophile. Tama? Okay. So, first is hydrogenation or, di ba, pag ma-encounter ta ani nga reaction is, it always proceed in the presence of a catalyst. That is why this is also called catalytic. No, catalytic hydrogenation. Basta gid hydrogenation, it is always accompanied with a catalyst. Okay? And the most important catalyst during hydrogenation of aldehydes and ketones is a metal catalyst in a form of platinum. Okay? So again, pag hydrogenation, we are adding hydrogen here. We are adding hydrogen. Okay? So that's H2. Diba? Hydrogen gas, H2. In the presence of a catalyst. So let's start with an aldehyde. So paano yung general reaction ng catalytic hydrogenation of aldehydes? So dumdumi lang ang general mechanism in nucleophilic addition reaction. Ano yung sabi natin? For a nucleophile, okay, to be added, kailangan ma-break ang pi bond. Diba? It pushes the electrons towards the oxygen. Kaya later on, magiging electronegative yung oxygen. Okay? For that, since na-break na yung pi bond, a nucleophile, okay, can now be added. It will form a new bond here for that nucleophile to be added. Di ba, Ana, ang general mechanism? Sige. So, tingnan natin for hydrogenation of aldehydes. So, in the reaction, ayan. Okay. So, any aldehyde added with hydrogen gas, okay? So, a nucleophile that can be produced upon adding hydrogen, okay? Hydrogen gas is the H. Muna siyang nucleophile. Okay? Nga maad sa carbonyl carbon. Okay? It will be added to the carbonyl carbon. How? Via simultaneously breaking the pi bond. And after you break the pi bond, pwede na dayon musulod dira si H. Tama? So ito yung what will happen before sana para masabtan. Na-add na ang hydrogen, yung oxygen, nung sabi natin sa oxygen, it has to be stabilized. Paano? It will pick up. Diba? It will pick up, it will be protonated, it will accept a proton from the reaction. Kaya, kung yung kag-accept proton, okay, para ma-stabilize siya, it will accept hydrogen sa reaction, forming alcohol in that part. So, naakay OH. That is why the final product is, ayan, a primary alcohol. Okay? And this makes sense, no? Kung ano rin siya, opposite ng oxidation of primary alcohol. Ano sabi ko kanina sa oxidation ng primary alcohol? Unsa ang initial product, di ba? Aldehyde. That is for oxidation of primary alcohol. So kung may addition na of hydrogen, the opposite of oxidation, we are adding this time hydrogen. So baliktaran lang, mubalik siya sa iyahang primary alcohol. Okay? Nga structure or compound. Okay? So again, unsay nahitabo ani, yung nucleophile, for it to be added, ito lang yun. Yung hydrogen, for that to be added, kailangan ma-break ni ang pi bond. So yung OH ngayon will now carry a negative charge. Para ma-stabilize yung oxygen na yan, it will pick up i-hydrogen. Kaya napa man ni hydrogen, duha man na, di ba? H2, diatomic. So napa na isa ka hydrogen, it will pick up the other hydrogen to make it stabilize. So primary alcohol will be the final product for hydrogenation of aldehyde. Okay? What about ketone? In general, kapag hydrogenation naman ng ketone, okay, ganun pa rin ha ang mechanism. For that hydrogen to be added, for this hydrogen to be added sa carbonyl carbon, break ulit. Break the pi bond. Once ma-break yung pi bond, pwede na dayon ma-add yung hydrogen. But take note, ma-unstabilize ang oxygen. So again, para ma-stabilize yan, it will pick up hydrogen in the reaction. So what would be the final product? It is a secondary alcohol. Okay? So again, aldehyde, upon hydrogenation, major product is primary alcohol. Ketone, upon hydrogenation, catalytic hydrogenation, the final product is a secondary. Ayan, secondary alcohol. Okay? Mechanism, dumdumi lang yun ang mechanism sa nucleophilic addition reaction. For a nucleophile to be added, okay, break the pi bond. Ma-add na dayon ang nucleophile. So in this case, hydrogenation, the nucleophile is the H. Okay, the H. Then the oxygen will be unstabilized. Para ma-unstabilize siya, iyang buhaton mo, pick up siya, mo accept siya og proton. Mo accept siya og hydrogen. So mahimo siya og OH. Okay? So, secondary alcohol for ketone. Sige, okay na to sa general reaction. So, let's have a specific example. Okay, let's complete the following reaction. Tell me first if this is an aldehyde or ketone. Okay, very good. This is an aldehyde. Okay? So, again, what is the final product kapag hydrogenation of aldehyde? Okay, very good. Primary alcohol. Okay. Can you name, while I'm completing the reaction, can you name what do you think is the name of the alcohol that can be produced? Okay, nag-naming na biya tag alcohol. What do you think is the name of the alcohol? It is, yes, very good. It's 1-propanol. Okay? So, ma'am, imo na laging gi-condense. So, ako na lang siyang gi-condense diretso. Ang nahitabo lang nga na ha, nag-add kag hydrogen, but before nini mo ma-add, break the pi bond, ay ma-add ang imong nucleophile. Nag-i-add ang nucleophile is hydrogen gas, so H. Para ma-stabilize ning oxygen, it will pick up hydrogen. So, ito lang yon, OH. Then, duha naman duha ka H naka-attach sa the same carbon. So, that's CH2. So, ako lang siyang gi-simplify. Pero kung gusto gid ninyo ingan na ipakita gid ninyo siya, pakita gid ninyo nga gi-add gid ninyong hydrogen, that is still correct, no? Okay, that is still correct. So again, the final product is 1-propanol. Okay, 1-propanol. Okay, next. Number 2. Aldehyde or ketone? Aldehyde or ketone? Very good, it's ketone. Okay, so what will happen? Again, break pi bond para ma-add yung hydrogen. Then this will become an OH. Tell me, what is the name of alcohol? What is the name of this alcohol? CH3, CH, OH, CH3. This is, very good, 2-propanol. Okay, 2-propanol. Okay, next. Aldehyde or ketone? Third structure, aldehyde or ketone? Aldehyde or ketone, that's very good. It's ketone. What is the final product kapag hydrogenation of ketone? Primary or secondary? Primary or secondary alcohol? Primary or secondary alcohol? Very good. Secondary alcohol. Okay? So, secondary alcohol, tingnan natin kung secondary alcohol good. So, this is the carbon bearing the OH. So, break the pi bond. Break the pi bond. Okay? So, after breaking, ma-add na nato ang H. Unsay mahitabuan ning OH again, mahimo mag-pick up siya, ma-protonate siya. So, kung ato siyang i-draw, ana lang na siya. OH. Okay? So, pwede ra imaginary ang hydrogen. Pwede ra pud nimo isulat kung gusto gid ka. Okay? So, what is the name? It's cyclopentanol. That's correct. Cyclopentanol. Okay? And that is a secondary alcohol, di ba? This is the carbon bearing the OH. Tingnan yung mga R group nga naka-attach sa kanya, dalawa. Secondary alcohol. Okay? So, done. Okay? Done with addition of hydrogen. So, ato i-wrap up. Aldehyde during hydrogenation will form primary alcohol. Ketone, during hydrogenation, it will form secondary alcohol. Gibaliktad lang. Kasi sa oxidation of secondary alcohol, i-oxidize ni nato, di ba ang ma-produce kay, ito lang. Tama? Okay. So, baliktaran lang na siya sa iyang oxidation, then baliktad hydrogenation. I-relate lang ninyo siya. Okay, next. This is another nucleophilic addition reaction. The same lang gihapon ha nga concept sa nucleophilic addition reaction. Para ma-add ang nucleophile, mag-break ta og pi bond. Then katong oxygen ma-unstabilize, it will pick up a proton para ma-stabilize siya. So this time, this is addition of alcohol. Specifically, this is intermolecular addition of alcohol. 2 aldehydes first. So mag-start sa with aldehydes. So again, unsa ang gi-add nga nucleophile? Alcohol. Ma'am, unsa ng intermolecular? Intermolecular, meaning to say you are interacting one compound to another compound. So it involves 2 or more compounds. That's intermolecular. You are interacting. Versus, kung mo yung kag-intra, okay, kung mo yung kag-intra within the molecule, meaning ang reaction na hitabo ra sa iyang kaugalingon, walay other involvement ng other molecules. Okay, so I hope nasabta ng inter o intra. Kasi later meron ding intra addition of alcohol. So here, intermolecular muna. Okay? Meaning, na kay separate alcohol being reacted to an aldehyde. That involves two reactants, di ba, in the reaction. So let's have aldehydes first. So listen. For aldehydes, added with alcohol, okay, it will first form hemiacetal. Yan yung general product, okay? Initially, general name, okay, ng product, initial product if we add alcohol to aldehyde. Okay? Kung sa ganit ng alcohol, ROH. Alright? Sige. So, sa reaction, general reaction, you have any aldehyde, for instance. Initially, okay, so naka-initial nga alcohol, diba? This is ROH. Okay? If this initial alcohol is added, okay, to the aldehyde, what will happen to this alcohol? Ma-deprotonate siya una. Okay? Deprotonate, remove. Proton, remove that hydrogen. Nga naman, para ma-produce yung strong form of nucleophile. What is the strongest form of nucleophile nga atong makuha out of alcohol? That is the OR. Kani nga group. Muna siya ang strong nucleophile nga ma-form, ma-activate from an alcohol. OR. So muna siya ang ma-add. And ang direct point of attachment is oxygen towards the carbonyl carbon. Dili ang R ha. Kasi asa ta nag-remove sa katong part sa oxygen, di ba? So ang unstabilized diri is ang oxygen. So yung oxygen, okay? Yung oxygen ng alkoxy, okay? As an electron-rich atom, siya ang mo directly attach to this carbonyl carbon. So unsaon man niya pag-add dira? Unsa gani ang mechanism kung mag nucleophilic addition reaction, break the pi bond, ay ha din ma-add ang OR. Ay ha din na siya ma-add OR. Okay? Break the pi bond. Unsay mahitabo against kay oxygen, ma-unstabilize siya. Para ma-stabilize siya, unsay ang buhaton, it will pick up. It will be protonated. No? It will pick up proton, it will accept proton. So nanapoy alcohol, diri nga part, di ba? Mahimo siya OH. And that is the general formula of hemiacetal. Ito na yung OR, OH. Okay? So dumdumi, kumuingon tag hemiacetal, naa siya'y OH, naa siya'y OR, naka-attach on the same carbon. Unsa ang fourth bonding group? Hydrogen. Naagid na permi, terminal hydrogen. Kay, gikan di ba ni sa aldehyde? Aldehyde always contain a terminal hydrogen. Okay? So that is hemiacetal. Now, sabi dito, it will first form hemiacetal. Meaning, initial product pa si hemiacetal. Kung yung kag-initial product, intermediate product pa siya, dili pa siya ang final product. Nganong dili pa siya ang final product? Because hemiacetal can be further be reacted with an excess alcohol para ma-produce ang pinakahinog nga product. And unsa ang pinakahinog nga product kung ato ang kung mag-add tag alcohol sa aldehyde? It's the acetal. So unsa may mahitabo para ma-form ang acetal from hemiacetal via adding excess alcohol? So in the reaction, so you already have excess. Okay? Ang meaning lang aning nay apostrophe, siya ang second bitaw, second nga alcohol nga giad. Kaning first, siya ang preliminary alcohol nga gi-add. So sa second set, okay, nag-add kag excess nga alcohol to that hemiacetal. Ang mahitabo sa reaction kaning OH group, focus sa OH group. Kanang OH group of hemiacetal, it will be protonated. Unsa ga meaning sa protonated? We are adding a proton there. Now, unsa may maporma kung naa na siya proton? Unsa na nga molecule? H, duha ka H then O. Unsa na siya nga molecule? It is, kung ma-protonate ang OH, unsa na siya? Duha ka H, then isa ka O, water. Very good. Water is a stable compound, tama? That is why this will be removed. This will be removed in the system in a form of water. Unsay mahitabo dira nga part? Recall nga ang nucleophile nga atong ma-form from alcohol is the OR. So upon protonating, okay, protonating the OH in this part, it will be lost from the system and it will be replaced by the nucleophile OR. Okay, di ba we are adding here alcohol? Unsa man nga nucleophile ang atong na-produce sa alcohol? The OR. That is why sa acetal, eto na yon, gi-replace ang OH with an OR. Yun lang yung kaibahan ng hemiacetal and acetal. Okay, so lantawa ang ilahang differences, okay, and similarities. On the central hemiacetal carbon, central acetal carbon, sa hemiacetal napay OH, hemi. So inyohan na lang i-mnemonic sa ni hemi, starts with letter H, so na ay OH, ana na lang. Hemi, kung napay OH, hemi pa na siya. Okay? Kung ang OH, okay, it is already replaced by an OR, that becomes an acetal. But take note, hemiacetal, acetal, na dapat sila terminal hydrogen. Yan yung fourth bonding position, fourth bonding group. Okay? Sige. That's for aldehydes. So specific example ta. Example, you have ethanol. This is an aldehyde. It is being added with unsa ni nga alcohol. Type in your answer. What is this alcohol? Isa ra ang carbon, then you have OH. Isa ra ang carbon, then you have an OH. CH3OH. This is methanol. Okay? This is methanol. Okay? So, from methanol, what is the OR group nga ato ang ma-form? Okay? I mean, what is the nucleophile in the form of OR ang atong ma-produce? It is the methoxy, the OCH3. Tama? Okay, di ba? Before siya ma-add, ma-produce sa ang iyahang strong nucleophile. And the nucleophile should be in a form of OR. So, in this specific example, methanol, ang OR is methoxy. It will be added. Okay, sa carbonyl carbon, unsaon, break the pi bond, then ma-add na dayon ang OCH3. So, naunaan, na-add na ang OCH3 dire. Unsay mahitabo aning oxygen, it will become an alcohol. So, ito na yon. Ito yung hemi. Focus sa tunga nga product. This is the hemiacetal. Tingnan, meron siyang OR. Tama? Meron siyang OR group in a form of methoxy. Then, yung nangyari sa carbonyl oxygen niya, naging OH. So, ito yon, naging OH. Unsa ang fourth bonding position? Wala na hilabtan. Hydrogen. Take note. Hemiacetal yan. Again, that is hemiacetal. Now, from hemiacetal, this can be further be oxidized. Okay? Ay, not oxidized. It will be further added with alcohol. Again, not oxidized ha. It will be further added with alcohol. Okay? So, ang ginamit ulit, methanol. Unsa ang nucleophile nga ma-produce sa methanol? Nucleophile? OR. Unsa nga OR? OCH3. I-deprotonate lang siya, kwa ang H. So, ito yun, OCH3. Okay? So, what happens? Itong OH group, will be protonated. Yung hemiacetal, sa hemiacetal, yung OH group, it will be protonated. It will be removed in a form of water. Kinsay mo puli. Katong nucleophile being added. And that's the OR, OCH3, the methoxy. So this is already the hinog nga product of addition of alcohol sa aldehyde, acetal. Okay? So kung ipa-identify mo na ay mga set of compounds, okay? Gipa-identify mo, is it a hemiacetal or acetal? So ang inyo halag yung timailhan ha, kung hemiacetal siya, acetal kung hemi, before ka mo ingon og hemi, kung nakita nimo na OH. Pagtan-aw nimo sa structure, okay na OH. Okay? Then, on that the same carbon ay OR. Then, ang fourth bonding position hydrogen, automatic that is hemi-acetal kung na OH. Hemi, gina siya. Then, pagtanaw nimo walay OH. Walay OH, puros duha ka OR, attached on the same carbon, then na terminal hydrogen, then that is acetal. Okay? Kasi sa exam, naakoy part nga ibutang identify if this hemiacetal, acetal. Okay, yung compound. Sige. What about addition of alcohols to ketones? Okay. Addition of alcohols to ketones. This is again intermolecular ha. Intermolecular. Kasi separate yung alcohol. It is being added to ketone. Okay. For ketones, added with alcohol, it will first form. This time, ang term naman is hemiketal. The same mechanism ha. The same mechanism kanina sa aldehyde. Ang tawag lang siyang product is hemiketal kasi ketone nga structure is different from an aldehyde nga structure. Okay? Sige. So initially, in the reaction, naa kay alcohol gi-add. Unsa gani ang ma-produce again nga nucleophile? The OR. Okay? It will be added to the carbonyl carbon. Okay? It will be directly attached. Itong oxygen yun ha, don't forget, ang oxygen sa OR mo ang mo directly attach sa carbonyl carbon. How? Via breaking the pi bond. Break the pi bond and then itong oxygen na to, it will be protonated. Okay, so maka-form ka dire og OR. So lantawa ang product. Hemiketal. Hemi. Meaning to say sa hemi ha, napay OH. Unsa yung difference ganina kay hemi-acetal? Tell me. Unsay naa kay hemi-acetal nga wala kay hemiketal? What bonding group? Very good. Hydrogen. Okay, so I hope nakita ninyo ang difference. So ipa-identify mo, is it a hemi-acetal or a hemiketal? So paglantaw nimo na ay OH, okay, pagtanaw nimo, okay na ay OH. Okay? Attached on the same carbon, then na ay isa ka OR. So maglibog ka, hemi, sure ka nga hemi. Hemi na, kay na may OH. But is it a hemiacetal or hemiketal? So kung naa din presence of hydrogen, diretso hemiacetal. Pero kung wala na yung hydrogen, that is hemiketal. Okay, proceed ta. Sa reaction, addition of alcohol sa ketone. So from hemiketal, it can be further reacted with excess alcohol. So the same lang gihapon kay aldehyde. Ang iyang hemiacetal pwede pa maadan og excess alcohol. Okay, so for hemiketal, addition of excess alcohol will produce, ang term naman is ketal. Okay, so again, the nucleophile that will be produced from this alcohol is the OR group. What will happen? Protonated ang OH group. Kung ma-protonate na siya, it will be lost in the system in a form of water. Maura gid na inyong dumduman. Basta OH nga part sa molecule na protonate siya, that will form a water. That will be removed in a form of water. Unsay mo puli? Kani imong gi-add? Unsay purpose sa imong gi-add kung dili siya makita sa structure, di ba? So kana siya ang mupuli sa OH nga part. And this is a ketal. So karon inyo nang ma-identify unsay difference sa acetal versus acetal, no? between acetal and ketal. Parehas sila nga nay duha ka OR attached on the same carbon, but sa ketal wala nay terminal hydrogen. Okay? Sige, specific example ta for addition of alcohols to ketone. So this is propanone. Diba? This is propanone. It is being added with methanol ulit. So ang ato ang ma-add nga nucleophile is methoxy o CH3. Okay? So it will be added in this carbonyl, okay, carbonyl carbon how via simultaneously breaking the pi bond. So ma-add na. Okay, ma-add na ang OCH3. Unsay mahitabo sa O, mag-pick up siya og hydrogen in the reaction. So that will form hemiketal. Okay? So again, hemiketal, hemi na pay OH. Attached on that the same carbon na ay OR, wala na dayoy presence of hydrogen. That's hemiketal. From hemiketal, that can be further added with excess alcohol. Ma'am, pwede ang excess alcohol another alcohol? Yes. Pwede isopropyl alcohol, pwede ethanol, no? Sige. Sige, let's say for example, akong alisdan para naapoy changes. Example, ethanol, CH3, CH2OH. What is the OR that will be produced? Ganun pa rin. You deprotonate the hydrogen, redundant. You deprotonate, okay, this part, remove hydrogen, then the OR, the nucleophile that will be produced is O, CH2, sundi lang O, CH2, then CH3. Meaning yung point of attachment yun per me is yung oxygen ha. Muna siya ang mo-attach yun sa, ayan, sa active site ng hemiketal. Okay? So let's say for example, ethoxy ang na-add. So, ang mahitabo kay hemiketal, protonated. Okay, baliktad. It will be protonated, so it will be removed in a form of water. Then this time, ang gi-add man is ethanol. So, ang ma-produce nga nucleophile is, ayan, ethoxy. Okay, so nga na lang. O, CH2, CH3. Okay? So, atong i-wrap up again, intermolecular addition of alcohol sa aldehyde, initially maka-form og hemiacetal. From hemiacetal, pwede ba siya maadan og excess alcohol to form acetal? Intermolecular addition of alcohol for ketones, initially maka-form of hemiketal. Hemiketal, kung mag-proceed pa siya, okay, to addition of excess alcohol, then the final product is ketal. Okay? Okay. Ito na yon. Ito na yung identification. Okay? Tagaan mo og set of compound structure. Inyong buhaton, i-identify siya kung hemiacetal ba, hemiketal ba, acetal ba, or ketal. Okay? So, yung technique ulit, balik ko na to, imo lang i-compare contrast ang hemiacetal versus hemiketal. So, inyo tanawon example na ay set tang tadaghan kayo structure A, B, C, D, E. Identify which of which is hemiacetal. So, kung hemi, dapat na OH. Mo nga yung budong-duan, dapat na OH. Okay. O, given nga naa kay nakita OH. On that carbon, kung asa naka-attach ang OH, dapat na OR pod. Okay, what if, yes, na ay OH pero ang OR kay nasa PICAS nga carbon? That is not none of the above, no? That is none of the above. Dapat ang OR pod naka-attach on the same, no? On the same carbon kung asa naka-attach ang OH. So, pag kita nimo OH, naka-attach on the same carbon na ay OR. Okay? So, wala pa. Hemi pa imo ang naibalan, hemi. Kano sa siya ma-hemiacetal, dapat na siya fourth bonding position nga hydrogen. Kung wala na presence of hydrogen, then that is hemiketal. O, diri dayon. Between acetal and ketal, paglantaw nimo sa set of structures, set of compounds, walay OH. Ang imo rang gakakita puros ra man ni OCH3, basta O na ay OCH, OCH o na ay OR group. So make sure ang imong gakakita nga OR group duha ka buok OR naka-attach on the same carbon. Muna imong timailhan nga hinog na ang product, muna na ang final product. So for it to identify nga acetal siya, dapat on the fourth bonding group na ay hydrogen. That is acetal. So pag tanaw nimo okay, walay hydrogen. Duha ka OR naka-attach on the same carbon pero wala ni hydrogen. Wala ni hydrogen. Puros na din R group tanan. CH2, CH3, basta carbon directly na dayon naka-attach sa iya ha. Then that's the time it's ketal. Okay? So again, kung Hemi, OH inyong timailhan. OH. Then yung nakita uy walay OH. So naara na sa acetal or ketal. Then presence of hydrogen na lang dayon. Sige, let's have the following examples. You type in your answer ha. Okay, the first structure, na OH, very obvious. Attached on the OH, na OR. Then naa siya hydrogen and this is very good. Hemiacetal, very good. Okay, it's hemiacetal. Okay, next. Okay. Second structure, walay OH. Walay OH. Puro sa OR. OR attached on the same carbon. Wala na dayon hydrogen kana nga carbon. Very good. That is ketal. Next, na OH. Na OH, naka-attach on the same carbon, na po'y OR. What do you think is this? Very good. It's hemiketal. It's hemiketal. Obviously, wala na siya presence of hydrogen. So, hemiketal. Next, puros OR. OR. So, nara na sa acetal or ketal. Tell me, is it acetal or ketal? Very good. It's ketal. Wala na may presence of hydrogen. Kay puro naman ni R group. Okay? Next. This one. You have an OR, duha ka OR attached on the same carbon. OR, duha ka OR attached on the same carbon. Okay? Naa pa siya imaginary diri nga hydrogen. Kay tulo ra man ika-bond ang imong gakakita on that carbon. So na siya imaginary hydrogen. So very good. This is acetal. Very good. This is acetal. Okay? What about this one? Tell me. None. Very good. None. Kay paglantaw nimo, okay, yes ma'am, na OH. So na diri siya naka-attach ang OH. Wala man kay nakita nga OR diri. 'Di ba dapat kung na OH on that carbon, dapat naa po dira ang OR. Ang naka-attach kay ang OR naaman siya sa pikas nga carbon, naaman siya diri nga carbon ang OR. So none. None of the above. Hindi siya acetal, hindi siya ketal, hindi siya hemiketal or acetal. Another set of examples. Puros ni siya mga cyclic. No? Sige, let's start with here. So, na OH, na siya OR, attached on the same carbon. Tell me. Hemi. Dali sa gid, kung na OH, hemi, ragid na siya. Duha ra, 50-50 na lang gid yung answer. Kung na OH, hemiacetal or hemiketal, very good. It's hemiketal. O kani. Puros OR. OR group. Very good. It's ketal. Okay, OR. Kung puros OR, diretso inyo makita, attached on the same carbon, diretso mo sa presence dayon of hydrogen. Wala na may presence of hydrogen on that carbon, so ketal. Here, OR, attached on the same carbon. Very good. It's acetal. Kay napay presence of hydrogen. Next, na OH. So, hemi, gidiritso. Hemi. Unsa ni siya nga hemi? Na siya OR pag yun. Very good. It's hemiacetal. Okay? Very good. What about this one? OR, then OR. Attached on the same carbon. Very good. It's ketal. Okay? So, ana lang ang technique. Kung na OH, hemi, gina siya. Sure na gid mo nga hemi. Make sure katong OH, napod siya kauban nga OR on the same carbon. So, sure na hemi. Kung acetal or ketal, puro OR. OR group ang naka-attach sa carbon. Then tanawa lang din kung may presence of hydrogen, then that is acetal. What about the last structure? You have an OR, wala na siya isa ka OR. None. Very good. It's none. Wa ba tayo nakita nga OH? Kung wa tayo nakita nga OH, wala na ni X na ning hemi. So naragid sa acetal and ketal, unsa tong consideration para acetal and ketal, dapat duha ang OR. Tama? Dapat duha ang OR. Isa ra man ni ka OR. Wala. So none of the above. Okay? Sige. So done with intermolecular addition of alcohols. Okay? Sa ketones and aldehydes. So let's proceed. Kuan pa ta, specific example na ta sa formation of acetal and ketal. Okay, so again, specific example ta ha. Sige. So the given here is aldehyde. So obviously, kung aldehyde giadan og alcohol, the final product is acetal. So ato ipakita ang intermediate product nga hemi ay hadayon ang acetal. So the hemiacetal product, you can draw in your sa inyong notes, no? So what will happen, ang OR nga maad diretso na. Ang OR nga maad is OCH3. So naa siya terminal nga hydrogen. What will happen again to this part? Mahimo siya OH. Kasi it will pick up, di ba? Upon breaking the pi bond, it will pick up hydrogen sa reaction. So OH. This is hemiacetal. But what is the final product? So mo-proceed pa siya, no? Sulat lang nako ha, final product. So final product, 'di ba? CH3 CH. Okay? Then kanilang ma-change, no? So na kay byproduct nga water. Ayan. So OCH3 then terminal hydrogen. Okay? Ma'am, ngano ang reaction kay na ay arrow forward, arrow backward, arrow forward, arrow backward? What does it mean? Meaning, reversible yung reaction. Very good. Reversible yung reaction. Okay? Ibig sabihin, from this final products, di ba naakay na form nga water, then the acetal. Ibig sabihin, kung atong baliktaron ang reaction, mag-hydrate ta, no? Mag-add ta og water sa acetal, mubalik siya sa iyang original aldehyde producing excess alcohol. So yan na lang na iyang pasabot. And later natay reaction na, no? Ang iyang reverse one. All right? Sige. Let's have a ketone. This is a ketone, no? So ketone added with, so ang gi-add is ethanol. Okay, so ang nucleophile nga ma-produce is ethoxy, CH2CH3. So diri gid ka magsugod ha, magsulat O CH2CH3. Okay, make sure sakto ang inyong order of bonding. Okay, hindi pwede nga O CH3CH2. Sayop ang number of bonding ana. Okay, sige, so let me draw first the hemiketal. Okay, so CH3. CH, then CH3. So, dali rin mag-change. You have an OH on this part, then the ethoxy, O, CH2, CH3. Then the terminal, ayan, CH3. Then, the reaction will proceed. Dali na lang ako ibutang sa gilid. Okay? Di naman masigo. Baka mo na lang mag-ayos ha. So you have CH3. Okay, CH. Ayan. So dire ang ethoxy ulit, CH2, CH3, terminal, CH3. Then sa baba, O, CH2, CH3. So this is the ketal. That is the ketal group. And ang byproduct ulit is water. Okay, kani di ba? Kani nga part ma-protonate. Ma-protonate. Alright? Sige. Excuse me. Okay, so done with the intermolecular addition of alcohols sa aldehydes and ketones. Now, sa intramolecular addition reaction, although mas ma-discuss ni siya sa inyuhang biochemistry, but I still want you to uh, let you be familiarized with this, no? Para at least bitaw dili na mo shock nga ay naa po day intramolecular addition reaction, di ba? So mas ma-discuss ni ninyo siya sa biochemistry. Kay kani nga reaction is more on the carbohydrates like glucose, fructose. They are very much capable of forming of proceeding intramolecular addition reaction. Ang sige nga ako ingon kung intra within. Okay, yung reaction ng addition of alcohol nahitabo ra sa iyang self. Okay, wala na kay separate alcohol nga giad. Kasi what happens here is yung mismong molecule already contain an alcohol group, meaning an OH group, and meron na din siyang aldehyde or a ketone group. Again ha, sa isang structure lang, meron na siyang carbonyl group. It could be in an aldehyde or in a ketone group. Plus, sa iyang terminal part, meron na din siyang OH group. Kaya, yung addition of alcohol happens intramolecularly within itself. Okay? And what will be the product? It will produce cyclic. Kasi yung reaction is within, cyclic hemiacetal, cyclic hemiketal ang atong ma-produce. That is why kaganina, di ba, pag-identify ninyo og structure kung hemiacetal ba, hemiketal, mga cyclic kasagara akong mga nahatag na example, naka-cyclic na yung mga ring, nga ni part siya ng ring, ang oxygen, etc. It is because most of the addition reaction, no, happens intramolecularly, especially among carbohydrates. Okay? Sige. And also, comparing to more stable products, more stable ang mga product sa intramolecular addition reaction. Kasi nga, yung reaction, it happens within itself lang. Wala ka nag-add og other, no? Other nga mga products. Unlike katong inter, di ba, na ay presence of other products. So, somehow, murag ma-change niya ang stability sa products. Okay? Sige. So, say for example, I will just introduce this ha, but ayaw lang kayo pag dig deep yun deeper sa intramolecular addition reaction kay more on sa biochem ni siya. Sige. Introduce lang nako ayang mechanism na the same lang yun kaayo. So, di ba, you have an aldehyde group here. Di ba, this is the aldehyde part. CHO. Tama, that is the aldehyde part. Nasaan yung alcohol na part sa structure? Di ba, ito yun. Ito yung ROH. Tama? That is the alcohol nga part. Okay? Now, we're talking about addition of alcohols here. But intramolecularly. Okay? So what happens here is during intramolecular reaction, okay, intramolecular addition reaction, this OH group, ganun pa rin, this OH group sa alcohol nga part will be deprotonated. Di ba muna ang una mahitabo para ma-produce ang unsa nga nucleophile OR. Okay? So ma-deprotonate siya para naatay OR nga nucleophile. Kailangan natin yung nucleophile kasi this is nucleophilic addition reaction. Nucleophile ang muad towards the electrophilic part ng carbonyl carbon. So siya ang mo connect towards that carbonyl carbon. Unsa una niya pag-add gani break, simultaneously breaking the pi bond. Okay? And what happens to this oxygen? It will pick up hydrogen in the reaction. Okay? That is why, tingnan yung hemiacetal nga na form. Ito yung oxygen. Ako i-highlight ha, para inyong makita ang nahitabo. Ito lang yan. Ito yung oxygen sa hemiacetal. Ito yon nga na-deprotonate. Kasi di ba ang atong gibuhat kay ato siyang gi-deprotonate para ma-form ang OR. Then ingon ko kani ang muad sa mao na ang nucleophile nga muad sa carbonyl, carbon active site. Okay? Para ma-add na siya, ma-break ang pi bond. That is why between that carbon and oxygen nga bond, isa na lang ang bond. And what happens to that oxygen? Mahimo siya hydroxyl. Kaya merong alcohol group. Di ba? Mauna siya ang mechanism kung addition of alcohol. Asa ning gikan ang hydrogen? Mura na siya. Mura na ang terminal nga hydrogen sa aldehyde. Di ba naagyod? Terminal hydrogen sa hemiacetal. Kay gikan man siya sa aldehyde group. So yan yung cyclic hemiacetal nga na-form. The same lang yun nga mechanism. Ang nahitabo lang yun kay intramolecular addition of alcohol. Okay? Now, ma'am, from that hemiacetal, pwede pa ba siya maadan og excess alcohol? Yes. Pwede pa. But this time, hindi na intramolecularly. You can add excess alcohol intermolecularly. So, you have a separate alcohol dapat, okay, to form acetal. Okay? So, you have, here, you add an excess methanol. So, ang atong ma-produce nga alkoxy is methoxy. Sige, mahitabo. From hemiacetal, kaning OH group ma-protonate in a form of water. So, ma-remove siya in the system in a form of water. Kinsay mo puli ani nga bond? Katong OR group mula sa alcohol nga gi-add excess. Okay? So, yan lang nangyari sa intramolecular addition reaction. Pero kung imuhang huna-hunaon, parehas lang mechanism. No? Para sa mechanism, kung mag-add kag alcohol, ma-deprotonate una ang alcohol para ma-produce ning OR. Then, dito dayon, ma-add siya ato nga part kung asang active nga site sa carbonyl, carbon. Para ma-add na siya nga ma-add na nga nucleophile, i-break nimo ang pi bond. And yung oxygen na yan has to be stabilized, kaya mo pick up siya og proton sa reaction forming an OH. An alcohol. Yun na yung hemiacetal. The same with hemiketals. So, yung nga na lang gihapon. So, ako lang siyang gi-introduce. Nga, the same lang ang iyang mechanism kung intramolecular addition reaction. So, the same also with the sige, later pa yun. Okay? Sige. So, that is for intramolecular addition reaction. So, kung ketone ang given, the same lang gihapon. Okay? Sige, let's have the hydrolysis naman of acetals and ketals. Okay? Oh, for a while, ha? My question first is, parehas ta og slides. Ang next ani is, ingani dayon hydrolysis sa inyo, ha? May I ask? Yes or no? Or naapay other? Okay, sige. Maybe ako nang gi-erase. Ako sang i-check. Okay. So, gi-erase na ako to siya nga part. Okay. Sige, let's proceed to the last. This is the last, no? Last reaction of, ayan, aldehydes and ketones. But this time, focusing on the hydrolysis of acetals and ketals. Mo ni siya akong giingon nga nganong reversible ganina ang reaction ng yung addition of alcohols ng aldehydes and ketones. Kay pwede nato ma-reverse back, no? Ang original nga aldehyde, original nga ketone. How? Via hydrolysis of the acetal, via hydrolysis of the ketal. Okay? So this is simply decomposition of the compound via hydrolysis. Kung makadungog kag lysis gani ang reaction kay hydrolysis or anything nga end siya sa suffix nga lysis, we are breaking here. We are decomposing a compound. So in this case, hydrolysis. So ang atong gigamit nga decomposer is a water. Okay? So under acidic condition, acidic environment, water will be used to reverse the previous reaction kanina. Di ba we start with aldehyde? Then the final product is acetal with a byproduct water. So atong gusto karon is i-reverse. Ibalik nato siya sa aldehyde and katong excess nga alcohol nga giadd ROH. Unsaon? Hydrolysis of acetal or ketal lang. Okay? Sige. So let's have first, ayan. Let's have first acetal. Okay? So, acetal, familiar naman mo, mauna siya ang product sa addition of alcohol sa aldehyde. Okay? So, if ang reaction is reversed, okay, if gusto nato i-reverse ang reaction, then we add water sa acetal. Okay? Now, upon adding water, what happens here is this water will protonate, no? Will protonate the OR group of the acetal. Kung inyo ho na, diri na lang na ko i-add para inyo ha siyang ma-appreciate. Let's say, diri na ko i-add ang okay, protonate. Ma-protonate ang OR. Unsa ni siya nga compound, functional group, or whatsoever, unsa na nga compound, ROH. That is ROH. Very good. That is alcohol. Once ma-protonate ang OR group sa acetal, that will be removed. That will be removed in the system in a form of alcohol. Pila man ka alcohol? Duha. That's why excess alcohol ang ato ang ma-produce as byproduct. That's why 2ROH. Okay? Now from that, okay, we have to from that excess alcohol nga na-remove, that is 2, di ba? Okay? That is also equivalent to, okay, oxygen, dalawang oxygen mula sa gi-add nimo nga water. Okay? So ibalik lang nimo iyang aldehyde nga forma, aldehyde nga compound. Okay? Diba na-break nimo, this is equivalent to 2 bonds. Okay? Then, diba, H raman ni H na pay oxygen. That will be the source of the oxygen for the formation of the carbonyl group ng aldehyde. Alright? So that will form aldehyde. Okay? So again, for acetal, simply protonate. Protonate the OR group, so that will be removed in a form of alcohol. Then form, okay, it's aldehyde nga corresponding compound. Okay? And for ano naman, ketone, general nga reaction. For ketone, ganun pa rin. Upon hydrolysis, addition of water here, hydrolysis, so ma-protonate, tangtang na siya in a form of alcohol, excess alcohol, then equivalent na nga bond, yung 2 bonds, okay, that will form the carbonyl part for a ketone. Alright? Sige, specific example ta for hydrolysis. Tell me, what is this? Is it an acetal or ketal? First, structure, acetal or ketal? Acetal or ketal. Very good. This is acetal. Okay? Acetal kay napaman siya fourth bonding position nga hydrogen. Okay? So ang mahitabo again, protonate, then the excess alcohol would be 2 moles of methanol, diba? CH3OH. Kopyahan lang ni siya. Okay? CH3OH. CH3OH. Then, kopya, CH3. Ito yon CH3. Then sunod, carbon double bond O, okay, to form its aldehyde group. Okay, particularly, this is acetaldehyde, diba? Or ethanol. Ayan. Sana lang. Plus ni plus. 2 moles of alcohol. 2 moles of methanol. Okay. Next. So, obviously, this one is a ketal. Wala na may availability ng hydrogen. Fourth bonding position of hydrogen. So, may tabo ulit. Protonated. Protonated. Okay. So, this will be removed. Excuse me. This will be removed in a form of excess ethanol. Ethanol ni siya CH3, CH2, OH. Okay. CH3, CH2, OH. How many moles? 2. Okay. Then, ibalik yung original ketone. Okay, this is a ketal, no? So ketone, so that will become CH3, then carbon double bond O. Ito 'yun. Carbon double bond O, kopya. CH2, CH2, CH3. Okay. So that is all about the reaction, the hydrolysis of acetals and ketals. So overall, we are done with the reactions of aldehydes and ketones. So this is the summary. No? Oxidation of aldehydes, again, oxidation of aldehydes, it will give carboxylic acid. Oxidation of ketones, no reaction. For hydrogenation of aldehydes, it gives a primary alcohol. For hydrogenation of ketones, it gives secondary alcohol. Summary lang na siya. O kanina sa addition, intermolecular, particularly, intermolecular addition of alcohol to aldehyde, it will form the final product acetal, whereas for ketone, it will form the final product ketal. Then, yung recently lang, bago lang natin i-discuss, last slide, hydrolysis. Okay, of acetal that will form the original aldehyde niya. Then, hydrolysis of ketal, it will form ketone. Okay.